I think I have finally found the best way to learn a new language without feeling stressed or struggling. In my opinion, learning a new language should be fun and enjoyable. The process should be simple and enjoyable, and you should really have fun when you're learning a new language. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time feeling frustrated or stressed about something that you cannot learn at all. Recently, I've been learning German, so I'm trying different ways and methods to learn this new language. So after that, I am going to share it with you guys. So this is one of the best ways I have tried. Let's cut to the chase and get into it. Think about how a young child learns their first language. They are just listening. They spend lots of time listening to the sounds and the patterns around them. They don't worry about making mistakes or mastering grammar right away. Instead, they just focus on listening and absorbing that language. So after that, they start mimicking and saying exactly what they hear. I was thinking about this kind of way to learn a new language, so I was like, why not? Let's start being a young child and learn a new language. Let's see how it goes. For this method, you have to clear your mind of your native language. Like when you try to say what you're thinking, you don't have to think about it in your native language. Imagine your mind is a blank slate with no thoughts from your mother tongue. Otherwise, you're just gonna translate what you think in your mother tongue in English. The structures of the sentences in English and the other languages are completely different. Another reason that you have to clear your mind of your mother tongue is that when you're thinking in your native language, your accent would change when you want to speak in English. And by doing this, you're going to use English naturally and smoother. I have seen lots of students that they are feeling shy to speak. They would say, I can't speak because I might make a mistake. You should make mistake if you want to learn a new language. You have to be like a young child, someone who is brave to speak. They wouldn't feel stressed if they make a mistake because the people that are in front of them, they would definitely correct them. So you have to do this too, because when you want to learn a new language, you have to start speaking and making mistakes, so after that you are going to correct yourself or someone is going to correct you, and that's completely fine. Another thing about this technique is to integrate English into your daily life. I'm not saying start studying English, I meant make English a part of your routine. Just listen to some English podcasts. I'm not saying that you really have to listen what they exactly say. No, I just want it to be a part of your background, just listening to it. The main point is to make an environment that English is always around you. You're not just going to study English. Another thing that you can do is to switch your hobbies from your mother tongue in English. When you enjoy reading books, novels, if you enjoy reading them in your mother tongue, at first it's completely fine that you cannot understand about 80% of what you have just read. So remember that the goal here is to get used to English in your daily life. That's it. Reading books in English was just one of the examples. There are lots of things that you can switch them from your mother tongue to English. So after that, you can see lots of positive effects. If you have one, you can tell me in the comments. And let me tell you something. After 2, 3, or even 4 weeks, you can see the impact. Now you start thinking in English. Like when you want to say something in your mother tongue, you can't find the word because you are saying that in English and you can't find the word in your mother tongue. I know that word in English, but I forgot it in my mother tongue. That has happened to me a lot because after a while I have found out that I am start thinking in English. I have forgotten about my mother tongue and the words in it, and that is a good sign. You are not gonna forget your mother tongue, seriously. You are just going to switch in English or in any language that you want to learn. Let me tell you something. Let's do some drum rolls. Okay, we have something that is so important. It is called journaling. Journaling is like a meditation. It's not about learning a new language. This is something that you reflect on your day. Lots of people do it in their mother tongue, but now I want you to do it in English. Like at the end of the day, you start writing about your day, your feelings, your plan for tomorrow or the next week. You start using some English words. Most of the times, people write when they want to start journaling, but you can speak about it too. One of the easiest questions that you can ask yourself when you start journaling is, how was your day? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? And when you start writing, you would say, oh, I don't know that word or that phrase in English. Let me look it up. Tomorrow, the next week, you keep writing and you keep journaling and you keep using that word in your journals. When you finally recognize that you are using some new words that you haven't learned before. Isn't it great? So the main point of journaling is to start writing, finding some new phrases or words about your daily life and your everyday routine, and start writing about it and speaking about it. And the last thing that is so important in this technique is to stay motivated. Guys, please make sure that you have a clear reason why you are learning this language. If someone has forced you to learn that language, or if you're learning that language to just pass an exam, that's not actually a good motivation. You might lose interest quickly. Find what excites you about learning and keep that motivation strong. Like I would say, I am going to travel abroad, that everyone speaks English there. I want to feel confident there. Or I want to work in a company that everyone speaks English. I want to take the IELTS exam because I want to move abroad and study abroad. This is a great motivation and you have to keep it strong. And lastly, don't be afraid of making mistakes. This is a part of this journey. If you want to learn a new language, you have to make mistakes. That would be that external pressure that would make you feel frustrated or disappointed after a while, because you are making mistakes and you are forcing yourself that, no, I don't have to make any mistakes. You are going to give up because this is not what you actually wanted. Let's be courageous, brave, and confident to start learning a new language, especially English. I haven't recorded a long video for a long time because I have had lots of exams at my university, and now I am feeling a little bit relaxed and I have found some free time to start recording some long videos for you guys. And also I want to appreciate your support. My channel is growing so fast and this is all because of you guys. I just wanted to thank you guys, and I would do my best to be one of the best English teachers for you. Okay guys, thank you for watching. That was it for today's video. We just talked about a great technique that can help you learn a new language, especially English. If this video